Well, the fish tank is always a work in progress, and even so, it leaves a lot to be desired. So, I thought I'd give people an update on where I am with my 1,000 liters. I think from a distance, looks pretty good. One thing that still needs changing is the bracket for the lights that I put over the top. I think it's way too heavy, so that needs changed. And I have a pretty good idea how I'm gonna do that. Hasn't happened yet. And the lights, which are the Wick Aqua A430 Pro, needs those the shades at the front. Looks a lot better. I just couldn't get enough yet. They're on order. And zooming a bit in and going right into the problem area here. That is my Zealandia carpet, which is totally overgrown with hair algae, and that's after I took out the worst of it today. I think I'll also gonna have to replace that. And since I heard that Zealandia is a bit prone to hair algae, and I still had some Tenellus, and I believe that is Tenellus. If it isn't, somebody might want to let me know. I still had some of that. I replanted this area here today with Tenellus because all of the other plants, except for Java moss, that I've pretty much taken out, all of it, and that carpet, the Zealandia carpet, I really don't have much of a hair algae problem. So I'm hoping that the Tenellus will be good. The Hydrocotyle, I think that's how you pronounce it, with the round leaves there in the middle of the Tenellus, was previously in the middle of the Zealandia, and that doesn't have any hair algae on there. So I'm hoping I might be fine here. That wood in the middle there had the moss on there originally, and I had to get rid of that, so I put some cardamine and I took that over from that area there and planted that over that wood. Looks not so good at the moment, but I also just planted that today. So I'm thinking that I will cover that wood with it eventually, sort of make that look like a bit of a moss. The Sterisoma panamense working hard on keeping that wood clean there. Now, over here, originally I had another big piece of wood that wouldn't sink. That was another one of my problem. I took that out and have planted that area completely now, and I think that has worked out quite well for me, especially that big lump of tiger lotus there. I think it's quite an eye catcher that worked out quite well for me, and I got those cheap somewhere, and there's more than a dozen of them in that area. Now that area is still is a particular work in progress. I think that hasn't really sorted it out yet. I wanted to have a bright accent, the green accent as contrast next to the tiger lotus, so I put the cardamine in there temporarily. And I think the cardamine will be on that wood where I planted it today yet, and I'm still waiting for the balance in the back to fill in that area. I also have a Bacalliana in that corner, which is actually flowering at the moment. I got it in that state from the Aquascape shop, which has helped me a lot with the whole setup, really, so I'm very grateful for that. But this carpet down here, the Zealandia carpet, same algae issue as the other one. So, yeah. The only other plant that also maybe has a bit of a hair algae issue is the Aquata in the back there. But it pulls off very easily from that, so it's not really a big issue. And I could also easily swap that out if the other thing doesn't do it. The Rotala there is in urgent need of a trim, but I didn't want to take out too much today, and it just looks, I think it looks pretty darn good there. The color is pretty neat. The AR at the front here also growing very well. Might have to do something about the lower leaves there, which is sort of developing another algae issue. and these roots here look a bit barren at the moment. I had to take the moss out from now on because there was had the same hair algae issue as the carpet. Probably not going to go back to moss. Maybe after I have the narrowleaf Java fern here and I have a little bit of the Finlow there, I might go with the regular Java fern for that area. I have a tiny bit of moss, and there's like a little bulbidus at the back there. I'm not sure if you can actually see that, but it's there. The other AR was under some floating plants. I've taken out a lot of floating plants today, Indian fern, that I had in there for my live bearers. I'm hoping for them to breed, which they haven't done yet. I took all of those out yet, so that AR didn't get quite as much light. It's actually might still not get so much light because it has those leaves of the banana plant on there. It's actually quite neat because some of those are developing roots here, so I might actually have some plants. Actually, it might only be that one that has them. That one here is going to be a new plant. I haven't checked all of them yet. The Anubias there, I'm sort of desperately waiting for those to get larger. That down here, those noodly kind of things around the banana plant, I don't know if that's normal. Maybe somebody knows more about that. I'd be interested to find out about that. And this whole area over here is sort of supposedly going to be a jungle of different sword plants, Echinodorus. So that is all still in the making. There's some big ones behind there. Well, soon to be big ones, not quite yet. But yeah, that's roughly where I am right now. Just going back one more time here, sort of give you an overview of the entire tank. And yeah, once I get this algae issue under control and the plants grow out a bit more, I think it's going to be pretty decent. Alright, thanks for watching.